Today I'm going to show you something that you can probably do if you have a problem with the kick down cable. Now first of all, this is the kick down cable here. This kick down cable is what changes the transmission gear while driving right here. Now over time, especially with older vehicles, this cable will start to frill out, as you can see here. So there is a 3-method system that you can utilize to kind of get this fixed, because in order to get this fixed you have to pull out the entire transmission to change this cable, which is a lot of work. So to save that, I'm going to show you a method here that you can use. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to unpull the cable there, and I'm going to pull these 2 nuts here. That's this one here and this one here, so that I can show you a simple way where you can treat it so it lasts longer. Alright, to get out this, you have to lift the cable and slide it out of the slot. See? Like that. So now you get the cable out. This is the kick down cable. Right? The next step to get this job done, what I'm going to do here, is to pull those 2 nuts. So this is the kick down cable. Okay? Now I pull the 2 bolts from the back. So all we're going to do this now, take a look and see what happens. See the frilling here? Now what some people can do, you know, you get an bicycle cable, and what you can do is crimp it so that the cable will stay firmer, last longer. Now I'm not going to trouble this section here, but I'm going to focus on this gap here, and how I'm going to fix it. With this wire here. Okay, so what you're gonna do here, get a regular home scissors, cut about that, alright. How you're gonna do this now? Alright, you're gonna try and keep pulling back the cable in carefully. But what you're gonna do, this red wire here is going to be with whatever direction you're going to go, up or down with the wire. Put this end as far up as possible, because you're going to do the tie off with this. So what you're going to do here is so what you're going to do here now, try to see if you can get the cable back around where it comes from, where the brake is. Kind of plait it back as neat as possible, right? And then what you do is put the cable here. Now some people cut it and use a bicycle hose, but I'm showing you a next way you can probably fix this. Hold this, come around like that, go around like that. You're gonna keep this wrap. You're gonna keep this wrap very neat and firm as possible right around. I'm using a pliers instead to kind of squeeze in, because it's choking me. And not only that, to make sure to take off that battery terminal, because your hand will be resting on the positive side, and then you will be squeezing your body and the frame of the vehicle, so you'll be getting shocks. See, I just get one. Alright, because my hand was on the terminal. So what I'm going to do is wrap. You're keeping the wrap firm as possible. You're stitching this back. Try not to get this bronze or solder, because it will just weaken the cable. Right? So this is a dry, natural way of doing this properly. Like I said, you can also get on this bicycle cable and do a thing what they call a crimp. Right, but this one is not that bad, so I'm stitching it. So I'm doing some sewing in the car right now. I'm sewing up the car. Hold on a minute. One of the reasons why I'm doing this is to prevent in the future, if this cable destroy or damage further, you won't be able to change, the engine won't be able to change the transmission gear naturally. You have to do it manually. Now, that is like driving a stick now, or you're driving an automatic car. So by doing this, is to prevent me and you to take down the transmission, which costs more money. So I am kind of showing you this a little side thing, a little way you can keep this cable naturally working efficiently, optimally, and it might last for years just by doing this. So you see I'm doubling it, I'm going back down again, come back up, same stitching. See what I'm doing? So it's gonna hold the cable into place. Try not to touch the battery terminal, please, because I get a few shocks so far. It's in the 12 volt battery anyway. So, alright, I get in back down here. See what I'm doing? And yeah, man, just use it. Fine with copper wires. They'll come out and motor and so forth. Right. Kind of jukey, you know. You can still utilize this. Come back up again. Show you how to tie it, right? See this? I'll lock off all the quips them. So you see here now, this is where you're going to tie them together. That's why in the first place I said run a bottom wire, then wrap it from bottom to top. So in that way you can tie up this way. If you're going to do it from top to bottom, run the wire down so you reach to the end. You have two ends. All you need to do now is just roll up pliers here. Grip it. Nice. Tighten it nice. Don't do it too much at it. Going to break it. But that's simple. That's simple. Alright? And then what you're going to do for this is just fold it over like that. Squeeze it. Don't cut. You don't use a cutting part. Squeeze. Right. So now take a good look. This is the kick cable. See that? What I've done here is strengthen the cable. Right? So cable, you don't have to nothing to worry about this for the next 2,000 years. Now you have a next section here that is damaging, but you have to be careful of this because this is what go around inside here. Now you can do a little bit here and leave it like that, which I'm gonna do. Alright, this was the section at the top. So I notice how I wrap the wire neatly and the cable come up here. What I'm doing here now is preventing it from riveling out any further. Alright, and this is copper wire, so this can stay there for a long time. Alright, so here I go here, neatly wrap the copper wire, right? Then I can use a little scissors, cut that section here. And what I'm gonna do here now, this is where I'm gonna put both of them together here and tie it off like that. Tie it off, you know, just untie it. Now this section is gonna go over the carburetor, right? So you have to cut it neat as possible, but not too low. Alright, like that. And what you do here now is push this over like that. Look, no more rivet. Alright, this will help hold it for a very long time. So come and show you now how we're gonna catch this back now. This is where you're gonna contact this section here first, and I'm gonna put in 2 bolts here. Right, you have to be exact about these bolts because that's the time. Right, I put in this one first. Alright guys, so after I put in this next bolt, what I'm gonna do now is just fit back that over the carburetor as the kick down cable. So this is your gas pedal, right? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna give you a kind of basic idea on how the kick down cable kind of work along with that. Alright, when you squeeze the gas pedal, this is your carburetor here. This, every time you squeeze the gas pedal, this is your carburetor here, right? This work along with it. So what happened here now, that is your kick down cable. All right, so what happened when you squeeze the gas pedal here, and when you kick down, the kick down cable move along with the gas pedal like this. Now the thing about it is that when you're adjusting a cable, if your kick down cable do not work aligning with the carburetor and the transmission, what will happen is while you're driving, you have to ease up from the gas pedal so the transmission will change the gear. Now if you're in that situation that you have to ease up from the gas pedal, what you need to do here now is these two nuts here, this one and that one, you need to pull them, both of them, and bring this up. It's an adjusted slide. You see, if you look carefully, it's adjusted slide, so you can slide it up to give more room for the cable. Now when you're going to slide it up, make sure that it's like a 1/16 or a 1/8 of an inch, not much of a slide up. Then you test it there. Once you're driving and then the transmission is changing according to the fuel and correct changing, then you are good to go. So this is what this video is about. You see how I use the copper wire, the fine copper wire, and lock it so that it don't frill out anymore. This is permanent for life, you know. So what happened now is that while your kick down cable, if you adjust it way too much, you will know by driving the car. So what you're gonna do is push back. So this is kind of a little technical because you have to keep adjusting until you have it the right, catch it the right knock, and once you have it correctly set, you're good to go. This stay locked permanently. So I hope this information have helped, and now you understand that when you squeeze onto the gas pedal, it work along with the kick down cable, and this is the kick down cable. This cable run all the way from here, goes down to this point. There's an adjustment also, but it's not all kick down cable have an adjustment. Some are permanently fixed, right? So in that way you have to work here instead of there, and this cable goes straight into the transmission. So in that way now, if you can fix this here, you do not have to pull out your entire transmission to put in a new cable. Alright, have yourself a good one from Gardening with Kirk. Remember to subscribe.